Hello, this is teacher Sandra. So in this video, we'll be going through Chun's CA1, P6 CA1 2020 paper. So let's look at question 1. So section A, no calculator allowed. Question 1, simplify the expression. So let's cut them up. Okay, so you cut it this way so you can work on the p's first. So we have 7p plus 16p. Now followed by the numbers. Then we have now 12 minus 5. So I can work this out first, 7p plus 16. That gives me 23p. And now I work out the numbers. So 12 minus 5 gives me 7. So that's the answer for question 1, 23p plus 7. Question 2, we're supposed to substitute. Find the value of 3 plus 8k when k is equals to 7. So when k is equals to 7, this becomes 3 plus 8k. 8k means 8 times 7, which is 56. So 3 plus 56 out of 5. So that gives us 59 out of 5. And the question wants us to express our answer as a mixed number. So we can do long division to find out what it is. So as a mixed number, it would be 11 wholes, 4 out of 5. 11 wholes and 4/5. Question 3, find the value of 50 divided by 2000. So what we can do is to straight away strike out 1 0 each, divide by 10 on each. Then we're left with 5 divided by 200. Now we're supposed to express our answer as a decimal. What we can do is to split 200 up. 5 divided by 2 divided by 100. So we can do 5 divided by 2. So what's 5 divided by 2? So we can work it out. Remainder 1. So I bring down the next 0. So that's 2.5. So this 5 divided by 2 gives me 2.5, and I continue, divide by 100. If I do that, I shift by 2 decimal points, and I'll get 0.025. Question 4, rounding off 235,490 to the nearest thousand. Thousands place is here. I'm going to check the hundreds place. 4 is less than 5. Therefore, the thousands place will remain. So it's 235,000. Everything else is 0 behind. Question 5, find the value of 1/6 divided by 2/3. Fractions division, remember K, C, F. Keep, change to times, F, flip top and bottom. So this becomes 1/6 times 3 out of 2. Do your cross cancellation, divided by 3, divided by 3. So this gives me 1 out of 4. Question 6, 24 boys, 16 girls. What percentage are boys? Now in order to find out what percentage are boys, I'm first going to find out what fraction are boys. Now the total would be 24 plus 16, which is 40. So fraction of boys would be, boys are our total. And in order to find the percentage, I just need to times 100. So boys have 24, total 40. Expressed as a percentage, I multiply by 100. Do your fractions cross cancellation. Divided by 4, 1, so that's 60%. Question 7, express 5.2 as a percentage. Whenever they ask us to express either a decimal or a fraction as a percentage, you simply just need to take that number or that fraction and you multiply by 100. So if we do so, this is 520%. Question 8, write down all the common multiples of 4 and 6 that are less than 30. So I'm going to list down the multiples of 4 and 6. Multiples of 4 will be 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. Multiples of 6, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. Actually, 30 doesn't count because they said less than 30. So common multiples, I have 12, I have 24. So these are my two numbers, 12, 24. Question 9, find the value of 3/4 minus 2/5. Now in order to do fractions subtraction, we have to change our denominator to the same. So I'm going to multiply this by 5, multiply this by 4 to change my denominator to 20. So I get 15 out of 20 minus 8 out of 20, which gives us 7 out of 20. Now question 10. The question wants us to find what fraction of the square is shaded. So what we can do, if you notice, this is 2 cm, this is 1 cm. So we can actually cut this figure up into equal squares. So if I draw these two lines, I'm cutting them into equal squares, which from over here, we can actually do shifting. Now I can actually take away this part and move it here. And I can take away this part and I move it here. Okay, so if that happens, let me count the number of squares that are shaded. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, and these two green ones make up 4, right? So I have 4 shaded squares. So what fraction of the square is shaded? I need the fraction to be shaded parts out of the total. So since I have 4 shaded, total is 9. That will be the fraction. This is 4, 9 shaded. Question 11, they're asking for the percentage increase. So the number increased from 80 to 100. So in order to find percentage increase, we will have to take the increase out of the original, multiply by 100. So the increase is from 80 to 100. So the increase itself is 100 minus 80, which is 20. The increase is which is the change. Okay, 20 out of original. Original will be the one that happened first. So it was originally 80. Then we multiply by 100. Again, do cross cancellation. Divided by 4. So I get 50 out of 2, which is 25%. Question 12, Mei Hua had $6 She bought some cloth at $5 per meter and she had $2 left. How many meters of cloth did she buy? So what this question is trying to tell us is this is her money. She had $6 and she bought some cloth at $5 per meter. So this is 1 meter of cloth. This is 1 meter of cloth. We don't know how many meters she bought, but we know that she had $2 left. This is 1 meter. Okay, so how can we solve this? We first need to find out what is this portion, isn't it? If the total is $6 and she had $2 left, we can find out that she actually spent $4 on the cloth. And if each meter cost $5, oops, 4y divided by 5, we can just express our answer as 4y out of 5 meters. Question 13, Mrs. Lim bought 30 pencils, 24 cents each. How much change did she receive after she paid using a $10 note? So now the 30 pencils will cost how much? 30 times 24 cents. Okay, so no calculator allowed. I'm gonna do this 24 cents times 3 times 10. I split 30 up. Okay, so maybe I change this. I'm gonna reverse this. So it's 24 cents times 30. Okay, so times 3 times 10, so 0.24 times 3. It's 72 cents. Then times 10, which gives me $7.20. Now don't forget they're asking for the change. How much change did she receive after paying using $10? So you take $10 minus $7.20. So $10, 0.00 minus 7.20. She'll receive $2.80 as change. Mrs. Siva bought 3/5 kg of mutton. She used 1/4 of it. What you need to notice here is this fraction comes with units, kg. This fraction doesn't come with units, it's just 1/4. So what they are really trying to tell us with this 1/4 is that this is all that she bought. She bought 4 units. Okay, and what this 3/5 kg is trying to tell us is the actual mass of the mutton that she bought, 3/5 kg. And she used 1/4 of it. This is what she used. And the leftover would be the 3 units here. So there are 2 ways of doing this. Now we know that she used 1/4, so 1 whole take away 1/4, we know that she had 3/4 left. So she had 3/4 of the mutton left. So 3/4 of is times the mutton would be 3/5 kg. So if we do this, we get 9 out of 20 kg. So, or you can do it the other way. If you're confused this way, you can look at it as 4 units is 3/5 kg. So we're trying to find 1 unit, which is 3/5 divided by 4. Remember KCF, keep, change and flip when you're doing fractions division. So this is 3/5 times 1 out of 4, which gives us 3 out of 20. Now this is only 1 unit. We're trying to find the leftover, which is here, 3 units. So you simply need to multiply this by 3. 3 out of 20 times 3 out of 1, which gives us 9 out of 20 kg. This is the answer, 9 out of 20 kg. Question 15 is a gaps and difference question. So let's see. There's a cone at the start and there's a cone at the end. The whole distance is 6 kilometers. So there's a cone here, there's a cone here. Every 7-8 kilometers there will be a cone. So there will be another cone here. And this is 7-8 kilometer. Another 7-8 kilometers. Another cone. And we don't know how many cones that would be along the way. And that's what we're trying to find out. Okay, so we know that every gap between the cones is 7-8 kilometer. So in order to find out the number of gaps, we will have to take 6 kilometer divided by 7-8 kilometer. So again, KCF, keep, change and flip when you're doing fractions division. 6, this is 6 out of 1, okay? So I'm going to keep the first fraction, change the second to times, and flip the third one, which gives me 8 out of 7. And with this is 48 out of 7. Which gives us 6 and 6 out of 7. So there are 6 and 6, 7 gaps. So let's draw it out. So this is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and the last one, 6, 7. Okay, the first gap, second gap, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and the last gap. Okay, the last gap, which is represented by the 6, 7 of a gap. So let me fill in the cones. So the blue color ones are the cones. So how many cones does the runner need to run past in order to complete the run? So we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total of 8 cones. Question 16. When the shop sold each plastic file for $6, Zino could buy 10 files with his money. So now there's a 20% discount. What is the maximum number of files that he can buy with the same amount of money? So the most important thing now is to find out his money. How much does Zino have? So he could buy 10 files, each at $6, so meaning he has $60. Now, since there is a discount on the plastic files, so let me find out the discounted price of the file. If there's a 20% discount, means it's actually sold at 80% of the original price. So what's 80% of $6? That's 48 out of 10, which is $4.80. So now instead of paying $6, he pays $4.80. So how many can he buy now? It will be $60 divided by $4.80. So what we can do is to get rid of the decimal place. I'm going to multiply by 10 on each side. So this gives me 600 divided by 48. So perhaps we can still do a long division for this one. 148, if I subtract, I get 12, bring down 0, 120. I can only do 2. 2 times 48 is 96. No, wait. This is 24. Okay, so meaning we can only do, let me change the arrow, approximately 12. He can buy 12. Question 17. Ray bought 100 oranges, 40 pears, and he divided the oranges equally among them. He had 15 oranges left, and he also divided the pears, and he had 6 pears left. So we're trying to find how many friends were there. Now, in order to find, okay, we first need to find out the oranges given out. So he had 100, but he had 15 oranges left. So he gave away a total of 85 oranges. As for the pears given out, he started with 40, he had 6 left. So that's 34. Now he divided these fruits, 85 oranges and 34 pears, to the same number of friends, the same group of friends. So we need to deal with factors here, 85 and 34. So let's list down the factors. I'll start with 34. That's about it. So 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 17. So how many friends were there? The only common factors would be 1 and 17. Therefore, the answer would be 17 friends.